Let things be exactly as they are. You can't change me, and you can't change God. Let things be exactly as they are, and you and me will live in peace. I don't know what anything is for unless I listen to that still small voice telling me this simple truth, that everything is for my good. So let things be exactly as they are. Oh, you can't change me, and you can't change God. No, you can't change God. Let things be exactly as they are, and you and me will live in peace. Well, I'm not this body that you see, although today I am going to do a little homily, and part of that is about my body. I am as God created me, and we are all one family, all of us, and it's possible to live in peace. So let things be exactly as they are. You can't change me, and you can't change God. Say it with me. No, you can't change God. Let things be exactly as they are, and you and me will live in peace. Kumbaya. Okay, alrighty. Hi. I missed you guys too last week. I was traveling to New York City to film another film. Yay, twice in 1 year. I know, I'm so thrilled. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. I attracted it, brought it into my life. And this was such an incredible experience. The working title of the film is called With Time. It's a documentary style, but almost kind of like a reality show style documentary kind of thing. It's really interesting. They started filming us the minute we walked into this space for the first time. So, of course, my first outfit on the first day was this big flashy caftan with butterfly wings, with glowing butterfly because of course I wanted to make an impression. So, there we go. And so the documentary is about the queer community and four elders in the queer community talking about our life stories, which is really cool. And it was a mind-blowing experience, which is always good. Oh, Britt is here! Oh my goodness! Britt is the creator of this movie, and the holder of this space of the container that we created together. And I invited Britt to come in today. So, would you like to unmute Britt and just say hello to everyone?
Yeah, thank you, Yolanda, for the invite. It was like perfect timing. I opened my email and it was 5 o'clock, and I was like, perfect. So again, the timing is always right. Hi everyone, I'm Britt. Just calling in from Brooklyn and just excited to have gotten to spend some time with Yolanda all last week and yes, it's just feeling very grateful and lucky. Yeah.
I'm feeling so grateful too. I'm thrilled that you joined us. Um, I'm going to relate. So, I'm going to share a few things about my experience with Brit and everyone. So, Brit cast four people. I was one of them. Um, and the three other folks, one was from California, one was two, and the other two were from New York. But we all had a wide range of different experiences and different stories to tell and to share with each other. And it was such an incredible bonding experience. It also, because everything is a spiritual experience, um, really brought up something for me to look at, which I didn't know had been running in the background for a really long time in my life. And that is this idea that I don't do anything right. So I might have mentioned this on an earlier podcast in this sanctuary, maybe last year or something. I think I have mentioned it before, but this was this has been running in the background, and I've barely even noticed it. But you know, it started from growing up in Alabama. I certainly wasn't doing being a boy, right? And then growing up and finding out about my queer identity. At first I thought I was a gay male, so I didn't do that right either, and then being this identity in the body that I call trans femme genderqueer. I didn't When I first started using that terminology, I felt like I wasn't doing that right either. And of course, in churches all throughout my life, I felt like I haven't done church right either. So and it's really lovely because when I first came into the sanctuary with Glenn, and we started Glenn was already doing this program, but that feeling was there, and it's only now that I'm realizing it, because when I first showed up into the sanctuary, I made sure, that I was in full drag and had wigs on, and that I was very, you know, that I presented in that particular way. And what I have found out over the years is that the Awakening Together Sanctuary is full of queer and non-queer people. We're all here together, which I didn't have to make any sort of statement when I first came into the sanctuary, but I didn't know that, right? So here I am, sort of, this is not like my non-drag everyday look. And then, of course, in the film, I also did wigs and big makeup and padding and everything because I liked both of those looks. And we're playing with the body. We're playing in the body and with our identities. And so one thing I learned through this is not to be afraid. Well, of my body and all of its experiences that it has, and even Regina said that in one of the thoughts of awakening a few weeks back. One of the quotes was, "Do not be afraid of what enters your mind," and I thought that was very liberating. So this has been building and building until I had this major breakthrough with the documentary. And on the way back, I was making notes, and then an actual homily came to me. Now, I don't really do that when I speak that much. I don't actually write a homily down usually. I usually just make notes and refer to things that I like to read and share with you, and then sort of extemporaneously talk to you about those things. But this was so profound to me, and I felt so guided by spirit that I wanted to write it down so I wouldn't forget it. And some of the things that came to me really, I think, are really worth looking at. And so whether you're in the sanctuary now, or on the radio now, or later on YouTube, and you you're not identified as queer, which is totally fine. I think I'm gonna come from that particular perspective today here in the sanctuary, um, and I think you'll get it what I'm trying to say, regardless of where you land on the spectrum. So we're all here together. We're all doing this together. This thing called life. So to begin, let's do my what I like to call the circle of love prayer. So I'll ring the bell 3 times, breathe 3 times, and let the last breath out on an om. Please feel free to join me. And then I'm going to have Shauna share a meditative song in Sanskrit and in English that she's going to play after our prayer. So here we go. You and I, right now, right here in this sanctuary, are co-creating an unconditional circle of love, which includes everything that we like and everything that we do not like. We bring it all into the sacred circle. We do not push anything out because everything in our lives, whether we like it or not, reveals our true nature if we allow it to, reveals who we truly are. Nothing is a barrier unless we let it be that way. So in today's visit together, we're going to explore topics relating to the body and body identity, but how that transcends to reveal to us what our true nature is. And we won't demonize any of it. We'll embrace all of it with joy. Because the knowledge of the universe is right before our very eyes. The knowledge of the universe breathes and sings and sighs. The love that is life, the sacred mystery, is here to guide us home where our souls are free. Blessed be, and so it is. Just to say a day. Just to say a day. Adonai Yolanda, Adonai Yolanda, Juga, 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 Echo verse. Juga, 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 echo verse. Juga, echo verse. The knowledge of the universe is right before my very eyes. The knowledge of the universe lives and breathes and sings and sighs. The love that the sacred mystery is here to guide me home, where my soul is free. Just to say a day, just to say a day. Adanila nadanat, Adanila nadanat. Juga 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 echo vest. Juga, 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 echo vest. Juga, echo vest. Just to say a day. Just to say a day. Adanila nadanat, Adanila nadanat. Juga, 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 echo vest. Juga, 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 echo vest. Juga, echo vest. All honor to the mysteries, whose attributes cannot be described. No end and no beginning. The dimension of the limitless. Love that is life. The sacred mystery is here to guide me home, where my soul is free. Yeah. Oh, I just love that song. I love Sanskrit chants, as many of you know. So that was what was so fun this morning, to read from the Radiant Sutras and to visit with Sina for a while, because she loves them too. So I'm going to play a couple more songs before we get into the homily, because these songs actually were going through my mind during the week when we were filming, which is really cool. And Britt, if you're still here, I'm just going to tell you, you don't have to come back on camera. But oh hi, do you remember I guess it was Friday when we were all lined up and we started doing a kick line? Okay, so I think they got that on film. Well, this is the song that I was working on. I have been working on this song for a while, and I brought it to the workshop with us, and I was singing it to myself all through the workshop. And now I've just started, finally, my album, my latest album of all the songs I've written since Glenn passed away. And this is one of them. It's my most recent one, and it's called Did You Know? Did you know that love is your true identity? And did you know love is all encompassing? and everything you fear is now all dissolving. Love is not in conflict, love simply is. Love is inclusive, it surrounds and transcends. Ooh, love is all there is. Love is inclusive, love is all encompassing. Well, did you know that love has no opposite? And did you know that no one is left outside of it? There is no one in exile, all of us are a part of it. Because love is not in conflict, love simply is. Love is inclusive, it surrounds and transcends. Ooh, love is all there is. Love is inclusive, love is all encompassing. Horn solo. Ba-da-ba-dow, ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-dow, wow. Ba-da-ba-dow, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-bow-bow-bow-bow. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-dow, ba-da-ba-da-da-ba-dow-ba-dow, yeah. Love is not in conflict, love simply is. Love is inclusive, it surrounds and transcends. Ooh, love is all there is. Love is inclusive, love is all encompassing. Love is all encompassing. Love is all encompassing. Love is all encompassing. Yeah, yeah. Love is all encompassing. Everything. Eating and dancing, Laura Joyce says. All right. Okay, I'm going to sing one more before we go into the homily. And, as I do the homily, you're welcome to unmute and ask questions or comments or whatever. I'm excited to share this with you. But I want to share this song first because I also feel like... thank you, Tina. I also feel like this is a breakthrough moment for me. I was carrying this song too all throughout the week, and although it doesn't specifically talk about those in the documentary, it just... what happened to me over the week was just like a new sense of community. And when I mean that, I mean breaking through all the boundaries, like going to the hardware store and, including the clerk in my community, driving down the highway and that irritating guy that's tailgating me, including him in the community. You know what I mean? Like, instead of resisting everything. So here we go. I trust my brothers that are one with me, because they're one with me eternally. I trust my sisters that are one with me in every situation. When I am driving down the interstate, I don't wanna hate that guy that tailgates. So I pull over and I let him pass. I'm not in a rush anyway. I'll never know why he's so speedy. Maybe it's an emergency, but I know my thoughts of anger make me lose my peace, and so I'd rather say, I trust my brothers that are one with me, because they're one with me eternally. I trust my sisters that are one with me in every situation. And now I'm standing at the hardware store. I am waiting for the keys to my front door. And I am overcome with grief from the passing of my beloved. I started crying when it's time to pay. The clerk said, "Are you okay?" It took my breath away. My life is not cooperating with me today. She said, "I feel the same way, and that's okay." And that just made my day. You never know what someone's going through. It could be you who's feeling really blue. And because I'm on this journey with you, it helps a lot to say, I trust my brothers that are one with me, because they're one with me eternally. I trust my sisters that are one with me in every situation. I place my future in the hands of God, in the hands of God, in the hands of God. I place my future in the hands of God in every situation. Thank you, thank you. Oh. Ah, my brothers and my sisters, love you, love you, love you. Love you so much. Oh, and just for fun, today's A Course in Miracles lesson happens to be lesson 194. I place the future in the hands of God. And just quickly, I'm going to just read the first paragraph. It says, today's idea takes another step toward quick salvation, and a giant stride it is indeed. So great the distance is that it encompasses. It sets you down just short of heaven, with the goal in sight and obstacles behind. Your foot has reached the lawns that welcome you to heaven's gate, the quiet place of peace, where you await with certainty the final step of God. How far are we progressing now from earth? How close are we approaching to our goal? How short the journey still to be pursued? And yes, this journey here. Hey Rita, so glad to see you. This journey here is short, which I had never really thought about a lot in my life until Glenn passed. And of course, this is just one leg of the journey. I know so well that beyond the veil, is the next leg of the journey, and I feel the reality of that so strongly these days. So um, I just wanted to share a little bit of that. Glenn loved this. Actually, he loved this lesson because he used to make fun of Helen saying, "Your foot has reached the lawns that welcome you to Heaven's Gate." He's like, "Oh, okay. So is Jesus the bouncer up there, and like who gets to come to through Heaven's Gate?" He would make jokes. Yeah. But that was Glenn. But as we know, this is a beautiful allegory as Helen writes that. So let me share with you my homily. Um, so, Regis, if you didn't hear me mention before, this is unusual for me to actually write a homily. And I'm going to read it. And of course, I'll be talking and stuff too, um, but I didn't want it, just came so clearly to me. And had so much time yesterday on the bus ride home, and I just wanted to write down everything that came to me. I was googling all kinds of things and everything. It was really fun. So here we go. And please, interrupt me if I'm on another page, but interrupt me if you have a question or a comment. I call this From Separation to Oneness, a Queer Mystic's Journey. Now, before I actually start, I want to say that this was something that Glenn and I talked about all the time, actually. And we never really had a chance to talk that much about it in the sanctuary together. But the path of the queer mystic, the path of tantra, the path of um, bringing everything into the journey and not leaving anything out, including your body and its desires and pleasures and all of the things. There's a place for all of it. And in a lot of ways, I feel like queer people are shamans in this area. If we, always, if we choose to do that. So here's how it begins. Well, many of you have heard me describe myself as a trans femme genderqueer, and also I'm sure you realize that we are all mystics on a journey from separation to oneness. And for me in particular, and I think for many people in my queer community, of course, in our non-queer community too, it's not just metaphor. For us that are on a conscious spiritual path, it's truth. It's lived truth. It's the journey we take every day from the illusion of rejection, of being othered, of being outside the circle, into the deep and holy remembrance that we are not separate from God or from each other or from love itself. This journey is not abstract. It lives in this body, in my body, and it lives in your body. And this idea of this journey we take every day, we were talking about this in the filming too, is that even now, having been bullied so much in my life, I'll just put it that way, for the way I look, the way I dress, the way I want to act, the way I call myself, whatever, like that, not doing life right in the whatever situation someone's judging me to, has caused me, and I still catch myself doing this, checking myself to make sure I'm safe before I leave the house, before I leave my car to go into some place. There's an instinct. It's conditioning. It's not true, but it's still an instinct that comes up within me to check and make sure I'm safe, you know. Um, and in addressing that, I want to say that well, the conclusion I came to is the body is a portal, not a prison. And so many religions and spiritual traditions and stuff have taught us to mistrust the body, and especially as queer and trans folk, to mistrust that experience. Um, all of us have been told that our desires are sinful, but in a lot of ways, queer and trans folks have been seriously bullied by the traditional religions, and sometimes even spaces that we want to know that we're safe in. But it happens sometimes. It's not, you know, anything that I hold on to, but we have been conditioned, all of us, and trained so specifically that our desires are sinful and our gender expressions are unnatural, and even in the queer community our very existence is a mistake. And I've said that before here, that I've had to deal with the idea that I'm not even supposed to exist, but in truth I know that the opposite is true. um, so I'm going to speak from the queer perspective and share that what I see very sacred in the queer community is queer embodiment. It's a sacred technology. It's not a hindrance to God, but it's a doorway. So in non-dual paths, we learn that the body is not the obstacle, it's the temple. Every sensation, every pleasure, every breath is a wave of divine energy. That sign of this morning introduced us to the word Shakti, which I'll give you a little more on that. In Hinduism, Shakti represents the divine feminine energy and creative power that sustains the universe. It's often personified as a goddess, particularly Devi, the consort of Shiva. And it's beyond gender, though, because while often associated with the feminine, Shakti ultimately transcends gender and represents the universal dynamic energy that pervades all of existence. Yes, 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 yes. So when I embrace my body, what I'm embracing, and this is why I call myself trans femme genderqueer in this body, I'm embracing my feminine body. Because as long as I can remember, I can't remember a day of not knowing this, is that I'm a feminine presence in a body that has been called male my whole life. And the thing is that I love this body, and I don't really want to change it. So what I've learned that I have embraced is both male and female in one physical expression. And so when I love myself, not in spite of my queerness, but through it, I begin to taste what the mystics have always known. God is not up there somewhere. God is here in the flesh. In the heart, in the holy fire of eros and ecstasy and tears and touch. And this was so me and Glenn's experience of each other. Maybe you could see that when we were together. He would call me the divine feminine to his divine masculine. And when we made love, and I don't mean that just as a physical act, I mean that when we would hold each other, when we would be in each other's presence in that way, we touched something so divine. It was amazing and tingling. And I have learned, now that he's gone, that what we were touching was the divine itself. It didn't, regardless of if he's here in the present or not, I can still have that same knowledge and experience, even the experience of getting those chills in my body and I don't seek after that, but sometimes it happens, when I'm in morning meditations and contemplating some of these thoughts of awakening that it just comes over me like, oh my God, that's whoa, it just like does that to me. So yeah, I just and then I want to go on to say that thank God for this community. As I joined this community, it took me a long time, but because we are non-dual, I've begun to see my own queerness um, as a non-dual practice. Because in its very nature, especially in me being feminine in a masculine body, it breaks down the binaries. Um, binaries: male, female, straight, gay, sacred, profane, and we say, or I say, I can't speak for the whole queer community. Um, why not both? Why not neither? Why not something new? And so I feel like this is non-duality in action. I think of those questions a lot. Those came to me and I was like, oh yeah, that's exactly the questions that I think about a lot. Um, and as we know, non-dual spirituality teaches that all dualities are illusion. There is no real separation between body and spirit, between me and you, between God and creation. There is only the one, capital O, appearing in infinite, shimmering forms. And so, my queer body, my queer experience, my trans journey, my desire to live authentically, they're not distractions from the divine. They are expressions of the divine. They are waves on the ocean of God. And just as a pointer, um, Glenn really helps me understand this about my authenticity. When I first met Glenn, I was presenting very male, and when I first met Regina, I was presenting very male and calling myself Roger. And I think I had a beard. Yeah, I had a beard, and I happened to be on testosterone for a problem with HIV. I'm HIV positive, so I had a problem in my body with what they call wasting and chronic fatigue syndrome. So my doctor put me on testosterone, and that shocked my system. And I had never, I know, Tina, I can't either. There are pictures though. Um, it so shocked my system that it really, after I stopped taking testosterone, I realized, oh, that was the sex change moment. That was the, that kind of moment for my life, because I have always known myself as a feminine being. And when the doctor put me on testosterone, it was a real shock to my system. And that's how I met Glenn. I was presenting as Roger, but Glenn saw in me what he would call the goddess. He saw that in me, even through my Rogerness, and he encouraged me to release the testosterone if I wanted to. He wasn't pushy, you know, because the sex was good and I was really hot. Testosterone does crazy things to your body. Well, to my body. Um, but it wasn't about any of that. It was about, well, Glenn said to me, I didn't fall in love with testosterone. You know, I fell in love with you. And so I began to see, well, maybe it's okay if, I don't pretend to be something I'm not. And that was the first um, letting go and moving into an authentic spiritual practice. So that's something I really thank Glenn for. Um, So let's jump back to A Course in Miracles for a minute, because you know how much I love A Course in Miracles. And of course, one of the things that it says more than anything is, I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. But as you know, I've always said, and I even interrupt the song to say, we don't deny the body. It means that we look at it rightly, not as something to fear or fix, but as a holy communication device. The Course itself says a learning device. Our body is a way to express love, a way to remember our shared divinity. And when I hold, well, this is me and Glenn's experience, when we when we held each other in that tenderness, um, when I when he affirmed my authentic gender and began to witness the beauty of that, or and we felt the pleasure of each other, I remember that God is loving God. And so that whole experience brought me from shame to radiance. And like many queer people, and non-queer people too, we've carried shame, spiritual shame, body shame, sexuality shame. But as we know, shame is a tool of separation. It whispers to us, you don't belong, you're not whole. Like that thought that I shared with you earlier that's been running in my life for so long. You are not doing this right. But here's the miracle. When we bring shame into the light of love, it dissolves, right? Did Leo tell us this? Awareness is curative. And in my song, everything that you fear is now all dissolving. And what's left is radiance, beauty. And as Hafiz says, God in drag. So let me read you a little poem from Hafiz called God in Drag. It goes like this. You are the sun in drag, S-U-N, sun. You are the sun in drag. You are God hiding from yourself. Remove all the mine. My, me, mine. Remove all the mine. That is the veil. Why ever worry about anything? Listen to what your friend Hafiz knows for certain. The appearance of this world is a magi's brilliant trick. Through its affairs are nothing into nothing. You are a divine elephant with amnesia, trying to live in an anthole. Sweetheart, oh sweetheart, you are God in drag. I love Hafiz and Rumi and all the Sufi poets. Sweetheart, oh sweetheart, you are God in drag. Oh goodness. Every time we break free from false roles and live our truth, that is God. So I'm going to leave you with, leave the homily with a little blessing for the journey that goes like this. Today I bless your journey from separation to oneness. I bless your body, queer body, non-queer body, as sacred text. I bless your desire as holy, H-O-L-Y, holy longing. I bless your gender as divine play. And I bless the part of you that never forgot, not even for a moment, that you are love and always have been. Let us walk together, you and I, mystics in glitter and grace, dancing our way back into the arms of the beloved who was never far at all. Blessed be. And so it is. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, that's my first homily. The first time I've ever written one down. And yeah, so I just thought I'd open it up here for a second if anybody had any comments or anything they wanted to ask or say, or if anything touched you that you wanted to share. Yeah. Oh, please, Natalia.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you so much. This was beautiful.
Thank you.
I really feel emotional at the moment. So thank you for opening my eyes to something, to the subject of the body, which I'm dealing with for a very long time. And somehow inside I know that I'm not embracing my body, that I'm always kind of holding it back. I'm shy, I'm too tall, all these kind of things. And I think it's so important to learn how to love who you are, no matter the form, shape, gender. And you just said so beautifully, Yolanda. And it was really helpful for me. So I just like to say that. I just thank you so much,
Wow, you're
because
so welcome.
I really have to start working on this particular subject. So this was very helpful, very nice. Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. I really did.
Yeah.
I feel it is something we don't really talk that much about, but actually, Glenn and I did talk about this a lot at home, and it was a topic that was really meaningful, to us. So I'm glad it was
Yeah, and the
being
part
shared.
when you describe your partner and how he saw the love in you and asked you to suggested for you to go off these medications and something. It's just loving, such a loving thing, and it's a really blessing to have such a person in your life that understand and see you through these loving eyes.
Yes.
Really beautiful. Yeah. Thank you for sharing it. Thank you.
Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. I'm glad
It was lovely. It was
thank
lovely.
you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah. Gosh, and in a lot of ways, well, for both of us, when Glenn was with us, he was one of the huge reasons, of course, why we loved being here in the sanctuary, because we just felt like we could be us, in our silliness and our weirdness and our fun, all the things that make us us. So, yeah. Yeah. Well, okay. Got
And
5 minutes. Oh, did somebody else want to
just me,
say?
and the music was amazing too.
Oh, I'm glad you liked
I
it.
loved it.
Oh, I'm so glad.
I have to say it.
Wonderful. Well, I think I'm going to end with one more song, which I'm also recording. So these three songs I'm doing today, I'm making an EP. Finally, I'm making progress, but it's taken me a while. Thank you, Regis. Um, and the first three songs I'm doing is Did You Know and the song Trust I just played. And Sparkle from Thoughts of Awakening. So, we, and when I get this one, recorded, I'll post it first as a gift to the Awakening Together community, because it's certainly, it's a teaching from Regina. So absolutely. Here we go. Look to the sparkle that shines within, and let it lead you and shine its light on all you see. Embrace the sparkle, It is your truth. Look to the sparkle that shines within. Follow the sparkle. Trust the sparkle, yeah. Listen to the sparkle. It is your truth. Look to the sparkle that shines within, and let it lead you and shine its light on all you see. Embrace the sparkle. It is your truth. Look to the sparkle that shines within. Follow the sparkle, yeah. Trust the sparkle, yeah. Listen to the sparkle. It is your truth. Look to the sparkle that shines within, and let it lead you and shine its light on all you see. On all you see. My sparkling friends. I love ya. And I just want to say thanks again to Britt for joining us. If you're still here, Britt, thank you. And thanks for all of you in the sanctuary and everybody for showing up and supporting me today. I love you very, very much. Remember, oh, hey, we've got time. I think we can do it. It's only 1 minute. Can you play the, yeah, we're going to do an outro actually from Glenn. So, yeah, let's do that.
And now in all your doings be ye blessed. God has turned to you to help save the world. Teacher of God, his thanks he offers you, and all the world stands silent in the grace that you bring for him. You're the son he loves, and it is given you to be the means through which his voice is heard around the world, to close all things of time, to end the sight of all things visible, and to undo all things that change. Through you is ushered in a world unseen, unheard, yet truly there. Holy are you, and in your light the world reflects your holiness, for you are not alone and friendless. I give thanks for you, and join your efforts on behalf of God, knowing they're on my behalf as well, and for all those who walk to God with me. Amen. I love you. I love you.
सतगुरु प्रसाद है कौन का।
Aw. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me. And we'll see you next week. Oh, and by the way, if you heard that beat, that was Glenn's phone. All right. We'll see you next time. Love you.